Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is YNWA Talks with G. I am G himself. Today we'll be discussing new signings, players who want to leave the club, and my little take on who should stay, who should go kind of thing. So our first topic will be new signings. We'll start with the first one. Fabinho, £40 million from Monaco. Defensive midfielder, 24 years of age. I like it. Him and Henderson kind of play the similar role of holding mid. I have a nickname for players like Fabinho and Henderson. I call them garbage pickers. The reason why I do that is because they sit right in front of the back four. They don't really attack as much. They'll stay at the half line, maybe a little further, and just pick out anything that's trash or unclass, in other words. They'll pick it right out. They'll sniff it right out, and I love it. That's why I call them garbage pickers. So I feel like Henderson and Fabinho are going to play an important role going into the season. I feel like it might be a battle sometimes for starting position. But even with £40 million, he'd come off the bench every time. He sees Fabinho's quality. So, on to our next signing, Naby Keita. Our new number 8, huh? Our new number 8. I really like this signing. £55 million from Leipzig. I really like this signing. People compare him to N'Golo Kante. I feel like Keita is a superstar, and he hasn't even established himself yet. You see, for many of you that haven't seen his highlights, his film from Leipzig, I suggest you look that up. You turn off my channel right now and go watch him for a minute and then return back. So, what that man could do with the ball is very dangerous. We've seen it in preseason already. He's been slinging balls into Sturridge a couple times. I really like the signing. You know, some told me that maybe we should have retired the number 8. Gerrard's a legend, this, that. Hey, Steven Gerrard's my favorite player of all time. If you guys could see my phone case right now, it's Steven Gerrard kissing the camera when he scored the hat trick against United in 2014. That's my phone case right now. So don't get me wrong, Steven Gerrard has a special place in my heart. But I feel like clubs can't hold on to that. They need to move forward. And in my opinion, if anybody's deserving of the number 8, it's Naby Keita. I really like what Klopp's doing with the club. He's really moving forward, and we're signing big players. We're not signing Andy Carrolls or John Joe Shelby's. We're signing Naby Keita. We're signing Fabinho. So I really love the direction that Klopp's taking us in, and it's sky's the limit, honestly, in my opinion. Brings us on to our next signing, Xherdan Shaqiri. 13 million, 26-year-old winger from Stoke. Relegated Stoke. I really like this signing. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what you call a bargain. It's what you call a bargain. 13 million for Shaqiri. I understand his stats as a regular first-team player for Stoke weren't that impressive. I understand that. But he's quality. He was quality in a shit team. We bought the quality. That's what we're doing. So I really like this. I really like this signing. You obviously saw the quality against the United in Michigan. A goal and an assist. A goddamn wonder goal and an assist. You see the quality. You see the class. Now, I'm not saying he's going to break up our front three. Our front three is the best in the world, in my opinion. Our front three is the best in the world. We're unshakable, our front three. And I don't know another one that compares. But having said that, to add a bench player for 13 million, and don't get me wrong, we could finally sub out one of our front three. They could have a rest. They could have a rest, you know. Imagine 65th minute. If you wanted to take off Salah and put on Shaqiri, quality for quality. If you wanted to take out Firmino, you put Salah up top, Shaqiri on the wing, Mane on the left. If you want to take off Mane, you slip Firmino on the left wing, you put Salah up top, you move Shaqiri to the right. That's class. You know, you couldn't even buy Shaqiri in FIFA 18 for unless like 45 million type shit. We got him for 13. Bargain. Brings us on to our next signing. Alisson Becker. Goalkeeper for Brazil. I really love this signing. World record fee, 67 million. I really like this signing. You know, in my opinion, I really do. I love Karius as a person. He plays for our club. There's no coming back. Even saw him in the preseason against Timiris, or whatever the fuck that team was called. You couldn't hold a free kick? You're not going to block... I don't want to get into it. But this was a great buy. I don't know how much there is to say. Alisson proved himself, bringing Roma to the semifinals, bringing Brazil to the quarters. From a goalkeeper, I was a goalkeeper when I played. I really like this signing. You'll wait and see. Big things are to come for Liverpool. And especially with signings like that, big things are definitely to come. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to segment 2 of You'll Never Walk Alone Talks with G. Now we will be discussing the transfer that almost happened, the Nabil Fekir transfer, 24-year-old attacking midfielder from Lyon in France. Deal almost happened for £65 million. He had his medical in France right before the World Cup, and Liverpool physios had an unnerving feeling about his right knee, which he ruptured his ACL back in 2015. I guess there were complications with the knee, maybe a sense of fear in it, something of that nature. I think we should take a gamble. Not 65 million gamble. I'm not saying take a 65 million pound gamble, but maybe, I know we wanted, after those reports came out, I know Liverpool did want to restructure the deal to maybe 53 million and maybe then some add-ons, but Lyon was having absolutely no part of it and ended negotiations. So Sky Sports and Lyon tells press. But in my opinion, maybe not this window, but January or even the next summer. You know, they just don't let every footballer walk off the street into LFC studios and do their first LFC interview. The picture was leaked of his first LFC interview. Now, they don't let everybody do that. A deal had to have happened. Or a deal thought to happen, maybe, in better terms. So I definitely wouldn't rule out a possibility of signing him. Klopp did make a statement on it when asked by ESPN FC. Klopp said, "If nothing happens, we will go with our squad. If something does happen between these next 2 weeks, be prepared to react." And I already know how I'm reacting if we sign Fekir. We need a number 10 position terribly. We don't really have that creative midfielder. I know Naby Keita is going to bring some a lot of creativity into our midfield, but we don't have that attacking presence. Not what Phil Coutinho brought. And I feel like Nabil Fekir, He has a dangerous left foot. We've seen it at Lyon with free kick after free kick, setting up their front three. Imagine Fekir setting up our front three. You're going to be getting to play with the best in the world, son. So, I really would love to see this deal happen. Hopefully soon. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to You'll Never Walk Alone Talks with G. Our next segment here is players who reportedly want to leave the club. I'm going to start off here with Simone Mignolet, 30-year-old keeper from Belgium. I actually saw reports out of Turkey today that Turkish giants Beşiktaş want to loan Simone for the year and with an option to buy next summer. We signed Simone back in 2012, started for us for about 4 seasons, I would say, give or take. But I don't like that loan and option to buy. We spent a lot of money already. We need to take all the money we can get right now. So, and I know we did place a £12 million price tag on him, according to James Pearce from Sky Sports. I feel like just take the 12 million, just pay us the 12 million and take him, because it's clear he's not going to start. I don't even think it's clear he's going to be second string. So I don't know what we're waiting for. I think we should just sell him. No loan and option to buy. Just sell. We need the cash. Our next player on my list here is Danny Ings, English striker, 26 years of age. According to James Pearce from Sky Sports, we placed a £20 million price tag on him. I know interest has been coming in from Crystal Palace along with his former club Burnley. Now, Danny Ings, great guy. Fantastic guy. But 2 torn ACLs in 2 years. I swear if the man had a third ACL, he'd tear the third ACL. So, and plus, honestly, like Klopp says about Daniel Sturridge on his day, nobody's beating Daniel Sturridge on his day. I would take Daniel Sturridge as a backup to Bobby Firmino rather than Danny Ings, or even Dom Solanke. It all just given his age. But Danny Ings, no. William, bye. Thanks for coming. I feel like we should sell, like I said, fantastic guy. Just not an LFC footballer. I don't think I have to say too much more than that. Scored 2 goals last year in, I believe, over 25 appearances. Stats speak for themselves as well. He kills it in the U23s, though. Kills it. That's about it. I don't believe there's anything much more to say about Danny other than if we can get 20 million for him, take it and run. Last person of interest here is Divock Origi, Belgian striker, 23 years of age. LFC slapped a £23 million price tag on him, according to James Pearce from Sky Sports. I know there has been interest flourishing in Spain with Valencia. Divock hasn't proved himself, in my opinion. He's very, very, very inconsistent. He's more inconsistent than a Danny Sturridge, in my opinion. Because on Divock's day, he could dribble at any back four he wants. But I haven't seen him have a day since 2016 Europa League semis. That's just the truth. I have not seen him have a day since 2016 Europa League semis. So having said that, and plus Wolfsburg, he was loaned out to Wolfsburg last season and his team was almost relegated. If we get 26 million for Divock, well, bye. Have a good day. So I think that's all there really is to say about that as well. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to You'll Never Walk Alone Talks with G. Here for our last segment. This is my opinion about who I believe should leave the club and what should we do with the money. I agree with the last two people that I said in our last section who should go, Divock Origi and Danny Ings. £26 million for Divock and £20 million for Danny Ings. I agree with that completely. However, the Simone Mignolet one, the first person I would dump off would be Loris Karius. There's just no coming back. He's a broken man. I'm not saying I don't love Loris. I love every player of LFC. I love every player of LFC. But right now, LFC are in the position that we cannot have anybody's mentality like Karius' mentality. He is a broken soul. He is a broken man. There is no coming back from the Champions League final. I'm sorry, but there's not. You saw it in preseason. You saw it in the final. There's no coming back from it. Concussed or not. There's not. There's no coming back from it. Lloris is too young, and it happened to him at too young of an age. He needs to be shipped off. In my opinion, his value is £10 million. That's what I would do. And the second one I would load off as well, I don't know if this is going to be a popular one with you guys, but Adam Lallana. Adam, before that back injury last preseason, Adam was class. He was England's Player of the Year in 2014. Adam had unbelievable class, and he was very versatile in every game he played in. But that back injury changed my man's. It 2,000% changed my man's, and he can't discover that form he was in. And I don't know about Klopp, but I know a lot of fans, including myself, are running out of patience with him. Especially he's not even coming off the bench in a game of mine. If I had to make three subs, it'd be Shaqiri, Wijnaldum, Milner. Those would be my 3 subs. And after Milner, if I had to make a 4th one, fuck it. I'd put on Danny Sturridge before I put on Lallana. So, having said all of that, I would put a value on Adam Lallana of £20 million. Maybe exceed is a little more than that a deal. But with that money, you got 26 from Origi, you got 20 from Ings, that's 46. You got 10 from Lloris, that's 56, and you got another 20 from Lallana, that's 76. Buy Fekir. Buy Fekir. That's my advice. Now, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching the show. I'm having a great time doing it. I hope you fans are having a great time watching it. There will be a lot more for where this came from. Thanks for tuning in to the first episode. Thank you, guys.